Guys, welcome back to the Physique Factory Podcast. And today we're going to speak about coaches shitting on coaches, didn't you say?
Yeah, not literally, like they're not actually like doing a shit on each other. We're not into some weird shit off the dark web or anything. But yeah, I suppose James had a little rant to me the other day on Instagram. He sent me a load of voice messages and they were quite funny. So I was like, let's talk about this. Let's get onto the podcast. And I think it's all started with Mr. Eddie Abbew, who is getting himself out there now, isn't he?
Yeah. Do you know what? I think he's just solely doing it for entertainment and just to get reaction and just to get likes and views. He definitely knows it's all fucking bullshit that he's speaking, because I think one of his videos was like a protein bar behind him at his gym. Literally, he was selling them. So he was that bought into the idea, saying, "Oh, this is shit. You can't eat that." Oh, that kind of shit. I don't think he would sell it. So it's all just a fucking blag that he's got on social media.
Smokescreen, isn't it? They say that any press is good press, isn't it? Like, but that's exactly what's happening. He's saying these, like, for anyone that hasn't seen it, he's saying these somewhat bizarre things. And to be honest, I've not actually watched a lot of them. But then, like, coaches in particular are sharing them, and they're doing these sort of reaction videos. Eddie Abbew says, you don't need to count calories, and then coaches like, well, you do have to count calories, blah blah blah, every diet comes down to calories. And it's like, it's fucking boring, to be honest. Like, maybe the first one was all right, but fuck me, every time I open Instagram now I see fucking Eddie Abbew, and I've seen enough of it. I don't care. I really don't care.
Ain't it just the fucking coaches just resharing him? All right, he's killed it now. It's fucking dead what he's been doing. But it's the coaches that are really pissing me off, where they actually do like a video over it. And then there's a video of them watching the video and then just reacting to it. And I'm like, oh my God, it's so fucking...
They're like this. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, they're like... I think it's all a bit racist. If he was a white man, would they be doing that?
Oh, there you go then. Fucking hell.
But nah, like, you're probably quite right. He knows what he's doing. He's trying to get a reaction out of people, and like, he's playing the game. He's playing the social media game. And then, like, obviously, like, you and I have heard of him beforehand. He's always done videos, to be fair. He's always done a lot of like videos and opinionated things, but like, for some reason recently it's blown up. I don't know if they've just got more bizarre or what, but I'm just looking at his page now. 3.5 million followers. He definitely didn't have that before.
Yeah, it's insane, that.
And what's he selling now? He's got a store link in his bio. So what is he selling? The Ultimate Fat Loss Guide for $19.99. The Muscle Building Guide for $19.99. Oh, you can get both of them a bundle for $34.99. He's got a private group which has a waiting list as well. Merchandise, cookbook. So there you go. He's got a lot of stuff on sale there. So I suppose if even a third of his followers buy that, which they probably won't, to be fair, but like, let's just say 19.99 times 1 million. It's a lot of zeros there. That's 19. No, that's actually quite an easy sum, isn't it?
That is about at least 100,000 of those followers. I bet they buy something. At least 100,000 of them.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the game, isn't it? But like, I think it's one of those things. Like, I don't think me and you are bad that way, especially on the podcast. Maybe on social media, on actual Instagram, and that we are a bit more reserved. But like, it's just someone not being afraid to put their opinion out there. Whereas like, I got in a way when I first started learning a lot of like different stuff about like, I suppose, training in general and like kind of lifestyle stuff like that. I was a bit like, oh, well, this is the case if you do this, or this is the case if you do this. And a lot of coaches are like that. They're like, counting calories might be bad for you if you've got an eating disorder, but if you don't, it's okay and that. And like, whereas this guy's just like, this is fucking true. Everything else is bullshit. I'm going to go in Tesco and I'm going to tell you why you can't eat bread. It'll kill you. And it's like, when you're strongly opinionated, people are either going to love you or hate you, aren't they? It's like,
exactly, and it's going to get attention, a lot of attention. Like, if you go into like the supermarket, pick up a box of cereal and start shouting and swearing at it, then that's going to definitely get you watching it.
In a vest. Definitely not something I can see myself doing, is going down the local supermarket. You know what's even worse, at the opposite end of the spectrum, is the coaches that are like, here are my top 5 Aldi protein hacks.
Oh, fucking hell, Aldi. The fucking healthy protein puddings and shit. No shit, they've been going on for about fucking 10 years.
I know, like it seems like every coach and their dog has done it before. We're just coming on here to slag off coaches today. I think we do this a lot, don't we?
Yeah, it's just that is overkill, isn't it? Fucking hell. Every day on fucking Instagram. Go on to it. I was like, oh, here's my top 5 fucking Aldi protein snacks. Then fucking what are they called? The protein crisps or whatever, where it's literally just dried pork or something. And then there's the mousses, the fucking
The
protein
mousses are
yogurt.
shite. I've never tried the crisps.
To be fair, I had one of the Becks the other day. It weren't too bad. It was just literally like dried fucking pig skin. It's mad, but
You're not selling it.
but yeah, those mousses aren't the best either. And then what's the one? The yogurts, they're not too bad. They're the protein puddings and things, but
Do you think, right? Do you think if someone's like following coaches, do you think anyone's ever been, oh, look at James's Aldi protein hack video. I'm going to go sign up with him. What a great guy.
but
They're probably more likely to be like, there's James. He likes Man United. He likes going out for a drink at the weekend. He likes bodybuilding. This is my kind of guy. I'm going to sign up with him. Probably
yeah,
more to do with that.
show some fucking personality on your Instagram and your posts. Jesus Christ. I think that's something that I'm really going to try at the moment. Because I've got to just redo past posts and I've looked at them all and I think, all right, they're pretty like professional, they're good, this, that, and the other. I thought, what's missing? Because I've done them very, very professional. I thought, you know what? I'm going to put a little bit more fucking raz on it and just a bit more personality.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm going to make the video a lot more simpler as well and see how it actually does.
I am. I could probably do that too, but I'm just quite a boring guy to be honest. Like today, sat at the office chair for 8 hours. Good fun. Probably more than 8 hours. Probably why my back's so sore. Good fun. Not even training today. Not even training. Have you trained?
No, I've a week off. Not had a week off since after the show.
Since he was born.
Yeah,
No,
trained every fucking day.
no weeks off. I trained some arms last night. That was quite fun to be fair. Do
That's
enjoy an arm session. Had to be a little bit inventive because like I was training at like 8 o'clock and I was like, actually, there's not really going to be anyone in the gym at that time. But of course it was like the busiest hour of the day. So like where I'd usually do like some sort of curl on the cables trying to get like a shortened range challenge, I'm like, fuck, I need to go create this somewhere else. So I had to do like spider curls, like a variation of that to get into like, a kind of shortened range. You get the challenge to be there. So it was interesting. It was fun, like having to experiment and change it up.
Was that your own gym as well?
Yeah, yeah. Can't
Get off
discriminate.
that fucking piece of kit. It's my gym.
All members have now left. But like, even though the gym shuts at 9, right? I still do this weird thing where I'm like, oh well, gym shuts at 9, I better be done, eh? Like, because I don't really want to hang around after 9 either. Like, kind of want to go home.
Exactly. It shuts at 9. You need to clear off, don't you? That's what it is. The opening hours.
Yeah, I know, because like it's all right if I suppose you weren't doing anything the next day, but because I've opened the gym and the gym's open till 9, I'm always there till 9 now, but I'm still like getting up at 6, and I'm like, by the time I get to bed when I get home, it's like fucking 11, half 11 now, and that's not enough for me. Don't know how many hours that is, but it's not enough. So
Yeah.
it's shit. So I don't want to be staying in training late, even though it would be nice to have a empty gym to yourself. But anyway, it's what it is.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying a wee arm session though. I've not actually done arms like consistently for years before this year, really. It's good. It's good to get a wee pump on.
yeah, I've not done arms in fucking ages. Obviously, I just tag on to the back end of sessions, but it's one of the areas I don't really need to bring up. It's more like my
No, no,
delts.
to be fair for you, that is one of your stronger areas, isn't it?
Yeah, I hardly trade them as it is, so it's fucking mad how they progress.
It's
Can't
like me
complain.
with chest. I've not trained chest in a good month at least, but it looks the
Really.
same. It's not lost any size, I wouldn't say, in my chest. So it just still looks as full, which is weird. But yeah, I've just not I've not I was bench pressing for ages and like doing like a couple of presses, but like just took them out completely. Just yeah, I'm doing extra on arms, lats, and shoulders. So everything else basically, apart from legs. I've been doing a lot of spine work, like not like like actual like lateral flexion, like rotation stuff, flexion extension sort of stuff, just because I've been getting issues with my back for ages, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to move it more and see if that helps, and hopefully, well,
Yeah.
feels good.
Yeah, definitely. If you get everything contracting around your spine, then definitely it's going to help like the integrity and everything around it.
I use something called is it Pure Torque or something? Do you ever use that? Like a rotation
So yeah,
device?
like you hold it there, don't you, and then rotate with it.
Yeah, I used that when I was down at Pioneer on Saturday, and that was pretty fucking cool, to be fair. But they're made in America, so I price it up. It's going to cost me like 250 quid to get it delivered. And I'm still tempted. I am tempted, but it
How
seems
much
a
the
lot.
actual is that included in the actual thing?
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
That's not too bad then, is it?
It's a cable attachment, though. At the end of the day, you're like, fuck me, 250 quid for a cable attachment.
I was gonna say that's
Uh,
crazy. Import tax as well and all that sort of shit.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. But anyway, I might get one. I did you could feel a massive difference because I've done it with like the exercise ball. I've done it with like I was using like a yoga wheel thing the other day, and they're both okay. But like when you get that Joe Pure Torque or whatever it's called, it was what the fuck's it called? I got the name right, but
There's,
it was a huge difference.
there's something talk in it. You're right.
Yeah, I've got it up here somewhere. Yeah, Pure Torque it is. There we go. I should have trusted myself. $333, that's what it says. So whatever that, I think that's 250 quid or something. But I am tempted, like, but we'll see. We'll see when the membership money comes into the gym, then I'll be like, right, cool, let's get in. Not bought anything else recently apart from that chest press, actually, the VR2 one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's good chest press that, but like I think you guys found when you got the shoulder press at Metcon, like because it's like
You
there's almost too,
can't mention that word. Not on the podcast.
but like because there's too much freedom, like people almost don't like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what I saw what people were doing, were doing like this with it, like pushing proper fucking wide. It's
And
yeah, didn't know what I was doing or how to use it. So you could literally like push out wider or go narrower as you press, and you got the choice, like the
yeah.
freedom of it.
You got almost too much freedom though, to be fair. But like I've been just saying to people that are like fairly like inexperienced, like just push out to start with and get used to it, and then after that you can like start to like kind of work on your kind of path because you don't want to like come in and be like that either. Because like see when you do that, like it gets so fucking hard at the last bit. You're just gonna fucking bail out eventually. But so I've been like trying to get people to like at least keep like a fist width between their hands, like try and get to that stage. And that again, it just takes a bit of skill, doesn't it? But I to be fair, it's one of my favorite chest presses just because I think it's like one where you can get a challenge like 100% of the way through. It's like every fucking millimeter of that rep feels unbelievably hard. So you can do a lot in a short amount of time, but I'm not even training chest now, so it doesn't really matter. I've got the Nautilus Nitro Lion Leg Curl coming soon. It should have
Oh yeah.
landed in Ireland yesterday, I think. So that was coming from America, and then I've got a pendulum squat coming from fucking China. So yeah, we're just waiting right now.
Well, is it like a flat pack pendulum or is it?
Yeah, so it's coming like in a crate, like being built up. So
Oh, is it right? Sick.
yeah. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see because it was that guy that you put me onto, the HT Gyms guy. So like he could have got it
Oh,
delivered to him, and then he could have built it up. But then what's the point? Because I've got to take it upstairs anyway. I would have had to take it apart. So
oh, he gets some good stuff, that guy.
yeah, it looks good quality stuff as well. Like it looks like a nice finish and everything on it. So I'll report back once I get it. So but yeah, it looks very good to be fair. So we'll see how that goes. I'm excited to get the Nitro hamstring curl. That will make a big difference to everyone's lives at the gym, I think. But
That'd be amazing.
yeah, and then fuck knows what's next. Don't know what I need next, but probably get
There's
something.
a lot of stuff coming to King's Gym anyway. Like a lot of stuff. Well, Pete's got a lot of ideas what he's going to get, so it sounds exciting.
That was it. It's the same guy that had the stuff before. Like remember, he had a wee unit before.
Yeah, so he had a unit in Manchester and had fallen out with a guy who like on the unit, and then in between that and Kings, he stored his stuff at Metcon. So he had
Yeah.
all the kit at Metcon, and then obviously Pete didn't really.
Remember that day we were in there and he just like he came in and he just took like the T-bar row out of there and just replaced it with his one. He just like
Yeah,
him and me just came in just lifting it like nah,
it
this is
was yeah, it was fucking shit. The T-bar in there though compared to his. I
yeah.
actually use that.
So is that a pre-core
But
one?
yeah, the Preco one. So that's in Kings now. So literally all his kits in
They sell
Kings.
for about 1,500 quid.
Yeah, no, he's literally just gets quality kit. He's just bought a leg extension for 2K.
What did he get? Is that were you on about that flex leverage one?
Leverage one. It's pretty cool. That
I
fucking
haven't
mint.
used any of that stuff at all. So I don't know what it's like. But I think did you say it's Flex and Tone that's got it?
Has Flex and Tone got some? I don't think so. No, not used a piece in there by Flex.
Was it not there? I thought you told me they had that before. No.
They've got what's it called? Fucking hell! That brand that used to have Medex. They've got some
Medics, that's it. Ah, yeah. I've never used any of that stuff either, to be honest.
Yeah, Medex. It's good. They've got the pullover, and then the leg curl. Not sure they've got anything else. I can't remember, but yeah, they've got some good stuff in there.
So at the weekend, I used a Body Masters pullover, and that's the best pullover I've used to date. And it's going to hurt some people's feelings here, but I've used the Dorian one as well down at Durham, and it beat that for me. But like that's probably a big part to do with that is the one that the one at Durham is like wide, like really wide for someone like me who's quite narrow. So like this Body Masters one was just a bit better suited to me, but it had like so you could adjust the starting position. There was like a lot of different adjustments on it. I'm trying to remember some other facts about it now, but it just felt unreal. I'd done one set on it and like my lats were sore the next day, so that's a good sign. But obviously it's a movement I'm not used to doing as well, so that'd be part of that. But that was nice. Apparently that guy from Body Masters who made all that Body Master stuff used to work for Nautilus, and then he like just went off and done his own stuff.
Ah, fair enough. At least it's decent. I've heard some good things about it. So, like Body Masters, the Flex stuff,
Yeah.
all that.
We're getting into the weeds of like classic gym kit that your average gym goer's not even heard of. They'll have heard of Nautilus, they'll have heard of Cybex maybe, but like, yeah, probably not heard of this stuff. This is just getting into it, but I fucking love it, man. I think I've realized recently a big part of like obviously we've done a lot of the biomechanics stuff, but the machine analysis and that kind of shit that actually gets me going. Sadly, like I like the machines.
Isn't that in it? It's cool.
Yeah, it definitely is. But going back to like what we're talking about, and again, it's like prevalent within the biomechanics world now as well. It's like these reaction videos that like people were doing, and like they were like, so it wasn't just Eddie Abbew that was getting it, it was other coaches. Like, so I would put up a video saying, you know, this is the best way to do your tricep push down, and then James would like react to it and be like, Connor, you're talking shit. This is how you do a tricep push down. And it's like we were talking about the fact we fucking hate this, weren't we? Because like it's just people shitting on each other to try and give themselves a leg up, isn't it?
Yeah, and then we just had a look at Joe post where some guy said the knee doesn't rotate, and I'm like, come on, you call yourself a coach when you don't know the knee doesn't rotate. I was like, no, the knee rotates.
Did you read all the comments though? Because I commented back to that guy. I think that was the one I
Yeah.
commented back to.
What I didn't go to the end because there's loads of comments. What ended up happening to be? Did you say just
No,
look and
the end comment, I'm going to read it out because it's so fucking funny and it was unexpected. Where is he? Juadi Graham.
Jawadi?
The, the end comment was, Conor ran Physique Factory. Actually, I stand corrected. I've done some research as the knee joint is a synovial type joint. The internal and external rotation is definitely possible. My apologies.
Fair enough, but you shouldn't go straight in and be fucking like that. You can't say you call yourself a coach and be really fucking aggressive like that, can you?
And then turn it around to that. Like, it's not very often someone on the internet admits it wrong, eh?
Yeah, that's fair play to him. What a strange fucking guy, but all right, fair.
You know what? You're right. There's not many people on the internet say that. People will stand by their opinion until they die.
Yeah, you will be, because the ego, it hurts their ego too much.
To be fair,
hell.
like if I'd looked at it and realized I was wrong, I'd probably still be like, nah, fuck you, you're wrong.
Yeah, exactly. I would have just deleted the thing in the first place and not even said it.
Delete's comment. Fuck's sake. But nah, it's good. It's good if you can admit you were wrong. It's good. Like it's all about I suppose being open to a discussion, isn't it? Because like you can get very much caught in your ways of this is the way we've always done it. This is what I've learned, and that's it. You know, it's good. It's good to hear other people's opinions. And that workshop thing I was on Saturday, there was a physio on that. It's quite cool just to even hear his point of view on things. So like we done some of the assessments. So you know, like a hip flexion assessment and things like that. Like so we're doing that, and I got paired up with him. And something I learned from him very quickly is that I'm too like soft with him. Like I'm just like scared to like push it or hurt someone or that. He's obviously done it a million times more than me, and he just fucking yanks a leg. I'm like, all right then, fucking hell. But you know, like he wasn't afraid to push, and it just shows you like it's good to just see things a little
Find
different.
that passive range and see if they've got that passive range before you start compensating or anything.
Yeah, yeah. So we were just playing around with some of that, but he was just so much more aggressive with it than me. And I'm like, fuck, maybe I should. Like, there's so many people I've been like, this is your range and that's it. And actually, probably I've just not been aggressive enough.
A little bit more. Do you want to? Do you ever do any like hip work before you do any squats or leg presses? Because I've started doing a lot of
Activation.
not activation. I hate that fucking word. I mean, just going into ranges, so and getting things contracting. So I don't say activation because that's banned.
Essentially, that's what they mean,
Banned it.
isn't it?
But yeah, it's so let's just take the hip through its range and get things contracting around there before I have to go into squats, and then I feel less restricted. So it's not really activating anything; it's just opening things up a little bit more.
Do you
I
do
don't do it.
tibial rotation, knee rotation before you?
I did that with one of my clients. So I got one of those sliders. So his knee's a bit iffy. His left knee's a bit fucked, and it just wasn't moving the way I liked it to, and there was pain in certain positions. So I thought, let's just train rotation and train different angles and arcs without any pain and see what we can do with it. So the rotation were fine. So we trained that, got stronger with that, and then went through leg extension when his hip was in an extended position, and then that was fine. And then the leg extension tended to hurt him at the top
Yeah.
for some reason, which was strange. We didn't really get to the end of that, even though like the alignment was all correct and whatnot. But yeah, so that's what we did the tibial rotation, literally on the slider. Sat down on the end of a like pull down machine, just turn around on it because his knee was in flexion, and then did the rotation off that.
Sometimes you can't figure it out. That's the frustrating thing. But like the tibial rotation thing, like it's obviously very prevalent when you go to a squat motion as well, because there's going to be some sort when you fucking walk, there's going to be some sort like even because like as you walk, so like the arch in your foot's going to collapse, and then there's got to be some sort of rotation at the knee. Like when your knees bent, you can only get that rotation. But I'm not great with gait stuff, to be fair, but like yeah, I'm pretty sure that's part of the cycle. Is as that arch collapses and like the kind of knee comes inwards, I'm pretty sure there's got to be
It'll be that way. The tibia's got to rotate externally.
Yeah, I'm getting confused.
You would have thought externally. You would have thought that, and the femur.
But the knee's obviously going to need to be bent because when your leg's straight, you're not going to get any like rotation in that at all because everything's like kind of locked up. Or you shouldn't be anyway. You might have issues if you do. but yeah, then as your knee bends, as you get to like a 90-degree bend in your knee, there should be some sort of motion there. But what the argument on that post of Druid's was that the guy was saying like, oh, there's no such thing as rotation at the knee or tibial rotation, whatever, tibia on knee, whatever you want to call it. But like he was saying, oh, it's all just coming from your foot and coming from your hip. And like, yeah, if you're standing, if you've got a straight leg, then it's going to have to, it will be hip or foot sort of thing. But when your knees bend, you can try it right now. You can move them. But I was just saying like to James before we came on, like I can't separate the motions so if I try and rotate my like tibia, I can't do it without moving my foot, right? So my foot is moving. But if I just like go into a bent knee position and grab my lower leg, then I can rotate it, but by moving it, if you know what I mean, without moving my foot. Does that make sense? It's going to be shit to listen to, if you're not watching.
This is going to be fucking hard work, this one, but
it's hard work for us.
This is fucking hard work. But yeah,
so we were talking about like your activation exercises, and to answer your question, yes, I do sometimes do stuff like that. Not always, but I do sometimes do it. Like lying hip abduction for me was working really well before I done leg press, and it made me feel like I had so much more range.
lying on your side and then just lifting up.
Yeah, just getting like your glute med going really. For some reason. Again, obviously the glute med's going to have a role in a leg press because it's going to be, going to be like a joint manager, plane maintainer. Yeah. But like it just felt good, man. It's like there's all this logic behind some things, and then the logic behind other things. It just felt fucking good.
It felt good, fair enough. Then keep doing it. Like some people like just say, "I just like doing it because it feels good." I was like, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. You're not going to.
That's it. So, I think though, like the more you train, the more you do like go through a training career, the more you start to pick up maybe not even so much injuries, but like niggles and bits that like bother you. then you start to try out these sort of things, and then you start to find, actually, if I do some cable hip flexion before I do a deadlift, that feels pretty fucking good, doesn't it? Like, you feel pretty ready to go. So, like, it's about experimenting with these things, and it's the same with clients and that as well. Like, if you get a client who gets back pain for whatever reason, when they deadlift, it might actually just be that they've sat like me all day in this position, and actually maybe they just need to warm themselves up into it. So again, actually, something I've experienced personally was when I was sitting a lot and then I was going to the gym and doing deadlifts. Like, I was doing like a glute kickback before I started, and everyone's like, "What are you doing that for?" It's a girls' exercise, but actually, just getting my glutes contracting was enough to stop the pain. So, like, that worked for me. That worked for me. So it's figuring it out, and I don't. Well, I do kind of understand why, but I don't 100% understand why. So, like, yeah, it helps.
I
It helps.
couldn't figure when I first was training for like 2 years. I couldn't work out why my back hurt on deadlifts, and it ended up being it was exceeding range because I don't have a lot of range in my hips, so the rest of that range was coming from the spine, and then I couldn't really get into that position with the hips because I was getting jammed, so I was having pain at the front of my hips, and I was getting like a bit of sciatica, and I was like, "What's going on here?" And I just couldn't tolerate the positions and that load with it. So I just thought, right, let's limit the range that we go through with it. Maybe just use like dumbbells as well, and it fucking worked out a lot better.
Yeah, yeah. It's all experimental, isn't it? And that's why, like, when you get a client, I don't imagine. Well, I don't know if you get it, but I get a lot of this. It's like someone's like, "Yeah, I don't really need help with the training. It's just a nutrition." It's like, it's like you fucking
Then
what?
you see the training, and it looks like a fucking 10-year-old wrote it.
Exactly, but it's not even so much, not even a plan so much. It's like, well, how you do that. So something I've added to my coaching, like just this week, something I've been trying to do, because like with everything's like basically online now. I still have some one-to-one clients, but few and far between. But everything's basically online now. So how do you take these people who, and let's be honest, hardly anyone does form assessments for online coaches. Like out of my check-ins, I'd be lucky if 10% of my check-ins
It's,
are people.
I ask them, I was like, just send me over 3 exercises from the front, back, side each week, just so I can see how we're doing them. And they never was like, oh, sorry, mate, I forgot. Like, oh, you're making my job fucking hard. Just let me do that. So I feel like I'm providing a,
But they
well,
don't.
I am.
It's because they don't need help with training. They just need the nutrition help, and it's like, well, actually, there's a lot to this training stuff. There's a shit ton to it, and the
So,
value
a couple of weeks
that can
later,
be added
like,
by. So, sorry, what you saying?
so I was saying a couple of weeks later, like, why does this hurt? I was like, because you didn't send me this fucking training footage and you've been bouncing out the back of a fucking hack squat or pendulum. It's like,
Yeah,
no wonder your knees and your hips hurt and your
yeah.
spine.
But imagine, right? Like, again, we've done this for a long time, and I'm not just bigging up us. I'm bigging up any decent coach out there. If you're going to a coach and you're getting nutrition and training advice, fucking take advantage of every single bit of like that you can get out of it. Do your form assessments, do food diary reviews, do food pictures, do fucking whatever else it is you do. Take the lifestyle advice, watch the videos that they send over. It might be boring, but like if you do it right the first time, that's you. You know what to do. Like, I can't understate the value of getting the training bit right as well. Like, but so what I've added to my coaching, and the first one's going to be in the 20th of this month, is like a form assessment clinic, I'm calling it. So like all the online clients are 10 maximum at once, like, but like we'll obviously see how quick this fills. Are invited to come down to the gym, and you come in with your query. So James is like, he's getting hip pain when he does deadlifts. Right, cool. Let's go look at that, and let's all look at that, so that when I'm giving you advice, so and so's hearing it. Mary down the road is hearing it, and she's like, right, I never knew I needed that advice with deadlifts, but there you go. And it's just an idea to bring people together and like cover these things. And then like rather than like, because obviously like in an ideal world, you'd probably just give every single online client a one-on-one session every now and again, but when it gets to this certain numbers, it's like, yeah, you can't do that. So like this is my way of trying to bring that together and bring a practical element to it. So well, we'll see how it goes. But again, if you're a client listening to this, take advantage of it because it will be useful and it'll be fun for me.
It's cool.
I like that though. They're my favorite kind of sessions where it's like you're not going in with, all right, here's your plan, let's go over your plan. You're going in with, oh, I've been feeling this when I do that. I'm like, yes, let's explore.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? Like see what's what, and then let's see. And then when you do find maybe the reason or one of the reasons, you're like, fucking hell, there we go.
Yeah. I had one this morning with a client who was like, just wanting like some different ways to train glutes, and like just like showing her a couple of things that she hadn't seen before. She, oh, I really feel my glutes in that. I'm like, that's what I'm here for. Sort of like, but that's it's certainly good. Like so, but it's hopefully going to go well. Hopefully, be a good idea. We were talking obviously about beforehand as well, like with the like obviously we fucking love that shit, and it's something we may look to add in the future.
Beat me
What's
to
that?
that one. I was literally just going to say this.
Yeah, something we're looking to maybe add into the future is just like some sort of like 1 day workshop sort of thing for people who aren't clients as well. But we'll see. We'll put this is us putting the feelers out there, so let us know if it's something you'd be interested in. Just some training shit, some fun training shit.
Yeah, man.
That's what we'll call it, fun training shit. This podcast, PTs shitting on other PTs, or coaches shitting on other coaches, and then some fun training shit.
That'll get views.
Yeah, it's all about shit, this one. It's a really shitty episode. Hopefully I'll get a shit ton of views. I think that's probably a good point to wrap it up, I suppose.